became the first king of both England and Scotland.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. He became the first king of both England and Scotland. Can you see in the screen, right?
Yeah,
Whatever I'm
ma'am.
typing. Okay. Some were so distressed by this perceived imposter because some people are believing that he is not a distant relative and he was a person who actually murdered Elizabeth. So the people who are, I mean, जनता को क्या बोलते हैं? The people who are living in Elizabethan era, they think that he is an imposter. Imposter मतलब एक ऐसा इंसान जो नकाब पहन के अपना बन के हमें लूटने आया है. Okay. So they
Yeah,
believed that he's an imposter that they had conspired a year before the play. And this play, the Macbeth, is written for James the First.
yeah,
Okay,
ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
one more. And in this play, you will see there is a controversial passage of power from Elizabethan to James. जैसे कि Elizabeth मरने के बाद how the power came to James. In the play Macbeth, you will see the same. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, right, full name of this play is The Tragedy of Macbeth. I will write 1 second. I will use here
Yeah, ma'am.
The Tragedy of Macbeth is the full name. Okay. Second point, it was first performed performed in 1606, as I told you. The source of this play is source means किससे इंस्पायर होके उन्होंने लिखा शेक्सपियर ने. The source of this play is Raphael, write the correct spelling, okay? Raphael
Yeah, ma'am.
Holly, Holly, Holinshed's, Holinshed's Chronicles. The play indicates Shakespeare's great relationship with James First. Okay, and Macbeth was believed to be a cursed play. Right, all these points they are all are important. First, second,
Yeah,
okay,
ma'am.
first, second, third, fourth, fifth point. Uh, Macbeth was believed to be a cursed play because whenever this play is going, whenever somebody is performing, or actors or director or anybody, whoever taking the name of this play, there is one accident which will definitely happen while the this play is performing on the stage. So people consider this play as a cursed play, so they renamed the play, and they started they started calling it the Scottish play. The Scottish play. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Now the characters of the play. I will write here. It's like this. Can you see this now?
Yeah,
Maybe
ma'am.
it's okay. Have you written?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. One more second. Why I don't have a extra slide? Wait, I will write here. Characters. First is obviously Macbeth. Let me see. Beth. Macbeth. Okay, he's a Scottish general in the army of King Duncan. I will write Scottish general in the army of King Duncan.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, he sorry, he was he was holding a title named Thane of Glamis. Then he become then he become Thane of say Cawdor. Okay, these are the title given that time to show the what to say that the to show that the soldier is very brave, the bravity of the person,
Yeah, ma'am.
strong
I can.
spirit. Okay, and
Yeah, ma'am.
later he became and later he became the king of Scotland. First character is over. Have you understood?
Yeah, ma'am.
Macbeth.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now Lady Macbeth. She is the wife of Macbeth and Queen of Scotland. Can you write it or do you want me to write?
Ma'am, can you repeat it again, ma'am? Can.
Okay. Lady Macbeth. Second. Lady
Yeah,
Macbeth. She is the wife of Macbeth and later became the queen because he became the king now. She became the queen of Scotland.
thank you, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Now third, Duncan. He was a present king of Scotland. Present king of Scotland. Now fourth, Malcolm. Malcolm is a character. He is the elder son of King Duncan. Elder son of King Duncan.
Yeah,
Have
ma'am.
you written all these things?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, I will write here also. Now, fifth character is Donal Bain. Donal Bain. He's another son of King Duncan. Sixth character is Banco.
Yeah, ma'am.
He's a sorry, this he's a Macbeth's friend. He was a Macbeth friend and a general in the army. These both are the, great soldiers uh, in the full army of King Duncan. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Seventh point, Fleece, Flea, Fleance, Fleance. He's a son of Banco, son of Banco. Eighth is Macduff. He's Thane of Fife. Thane of Fife is kind of a word, a title, post, you can say. Then there are three witches, and they represent darkness, chaos, and conflict. Then there is a character called Hecate. She's queen of witches.
Okay, ma'am.
Then there is a character called Ross. He's a Scottish general, general. And then 12th character is Angus. Again, another Scottish general. Okay, these all are the characters of the play.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
and there are total 5 acts. Remember that. Now we will start the story with Act 1. So, what happened exactly is the play begins with three witches. Okay, talking to
Yeah,
each other in thunderstorm. The thunderstorm was going on, and three witches were talking to each other. They wanted to meet Macbeth after the battle. Okay,
yeah,
Macbeth and Banquo have defeated all the enemies of Scotland.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay, then King Duncan was so happy that he decided to give the title to Macbeth the Thane of Cawdor. Here I mentioned the Thane of Cawdor. He because that England attacked Scotland, and the Scotland people defeated England, and that's why the King Duncan was a king that time. He was very happy, so he gave a new title to Macbeth. The title name is this one. This one, the King of Cawdor. Okay, then Macbeth and Banquo are horrified at the sight of witches. When they were coming back after defeating England, they were coming back in the way they met three witches, and after looking at them, they are very uh, horrified. The witches call Macbeth Thane of Glamis, the title he was holding that time, and Thane of Cawdor. The witches predict here what happened. These witches knows how to predict future. Okay, so the witches predict Macbeth will become the king of Scotland. The witches also says that Banquo's children and descendants will become the future king of Scotland. Then witches vanished. So these are the three things they told to Macbeth and Banquo. First, Macbeth will receive a title called Thane of Cawdor. Second, Macbeth will become the king of England. Third, Banquo's children's and the descendant मतलब उसके बाद आने वाले जितने भी बच्चे हैं, they became the king of Scotland. And after saying these three things here,
Yeah, ma'am.
it's written after saying these three things, the witches vanished. Now there is two character which I mentioned, Ross and Angus. Ross and Angus inform Macbeth that King Duncan has made him Thane of Cawdor. Okay, this one.
Yeah, ma'am.
Then Macbeth wonders about the prophecy. He was thinking कि जो witches ने बोला था वो तो सही निकला. They were thinking, he was thinking about the prophecy. Prophecy means भविष्यवाणी. ठीक है.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Banco says that the devil often tell half truth to harm human. Here, Banco was somehow giving warning to Macbeth that whatever the witches said, it can be half truth, and half truth is not good for any human being. Okay, but
Yes, ma'am.
Macbeth was not in that condition to listen to Banco. Okay, so when Macbeth reaches court of Scotland, King Duncan praises Macbeth for his bravery, and
Mm.
King declares that his son Malcolm will be the future king. अब तो ये वाली भविष्यवाणी गलत हो गई because according to witches, uh, Macbeth will become king. But in the kingdom, when king declares that his son Malcolm will be the future king, King Duncan says that he will visit Macbeth's castle for dinner in the evening. Uh,
Yeah.
then he decided because Macbeth was a person who was very brave and won and defeated England. So he decided to go to Macbeth house for a dinner. Here, Lady Macbeth plots with her husband to kill Duncan. When Macbeth told मैकबेथ पूरी की पूरी कहानी बताता है लेडी मैकबेथ को, दैट दिस व्हेन वी वर कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम आफ्टर डिफीटिंग इंग्लैंड, वी मेट थ्री विचेस on our way, and those three witches gave the prophecy. So here Lady Macbeth decided that she will kill King Duncan with her husband, that means with Macbeth. She tells Macbeth the plan. While the king sleeps, she will give wine to his servants to make him drunk. Then she and Macbeth will slip in and murder the king. This was a plan. Then they will smear the blood of the king on the sleeping servants so that it looks like the servant had have murdered the king. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
And Macbeth likes the plan and agrees to murder the king, Duncan. This was Act 1. Till now, it was Act 1. Now, in Act 2, what happened? Macbeth kills King Duncan. His hands are covered in blood. He is extremely nervous. Lady Macbeth tries to calm him down. कि शांत हो जाओ, शांत हो जाओ. But also get angry because Macbeth को she already gave the instruction na, that you have to leave the dagger and the blood on those servants so that it will look like those servants killed Macbeth. So she got angry when Macbeth has not left the dagger with servant. Lady Macbeth takes the dagger into the room and keep it with the sleeping servants. Her hands are also covered in blood now. Later, Macbeth meets Macduff. Macduff was another character. Okay. Macduff discovers the dead body of the King Duncan. Macduff is suspicious of King Duncan's murder. He was like, इतना easily कैसे हो गया किसी का murder? He was doubting that everybody believes that servants committed. Macduff was not ready to believe that the servants killed King Duncan. Okay. So he was very suspicious. King Duncan's sons Malcolm and Donalbain, as I mentioned before, flee. वो लोग भाग गए. Flee from Scotland and they feel they are in danger because उनके पापा मर गया, मतलब किंग डंकन मर गया, तो उनके बच्चे वहां पे रुक के क्या करते, तो दे flee from that place. As there is no heir, अब स्कॉटलैंड में कोई भी डंकन का वारिस या उनका बेटा नहीं रहा, तो मैकबेथ became the new king of Scotland. Are you
Mm.
getting my point?
Yeah,
So this is
ma'am. Yeah.
Act 2. Now Act 3 will start. After becoming the King of Scotland, Macbeth, along with Lady Macbeth, invites Banquo. Because third prophecy क्या थी? पहली prophecy पूरी हो गई, that he will become the Thane of Cawdor or Cawdor. Second, he became the King of Scotland. Third was Banquo's children will become the King of Scotland. So here, what exactly happened is Macbeth invites Banquo to attend the feast that night. Macbeth arranges murders to kill Banquo and his son. Please, Fleance. Okay, Banquo तो मर गया. Banquo is killed, but Fleance किसी के तरीके से भाग गया. He escaped. When
Yeah.
Macbeth goes to attend the feast, he sees Banquo's ghost sitting on his chair. Okay, now there is a hosting character also, ghost character also. He was very horrified by seeing Banquo's ghost. Macbeth speak to the ghost who is invisible to the rest of the people. That means here Macbeth is seeing a ghost which is only visible to Macbeth, not to any other people. Okay,
Yeah.
अगर उसकी ऐसी सिचुएशन देखकर लेडी मैकबेथ बिकम वेरी नर्वस. लेडी मैकबेथ मेक्स एक्सक्यूजेस फॉर हर हस्बैंड्स एब्सर्ड. एब्सर्ड मीन्स यूजलेस बिहेवियर. एब्सर्ड बिहेवियर बाय सेइंग दैट, वो क्या बोल रही थी सबको कि मैकबेथ हैज ओकेशनल विजन्स, कि इनको थोड़े थोड़े सपने आते हैं, दौरे वगैरह पड़ते हैं, so just take it lightly. So
Yeah.
Macbeth decided to visit the witches to know about his future. Again Macbeth ने डिसाइड किया कि वो 3 witches के पास जाएगा and he will ask what is written in his future now. The 3 witches met Hecate. 3 witches उनको अपने Hecate, Hecate, Hecate जो कि क्वीन थी विचेस की, who scolded them for interfering in Macbeth's life. Hecate ने ये बोला उन तीनों विचेस को कि तुमने जाके इनको फ्यूचर क्यों बताया, तुम्हारे फ्यूचर बताने की वजह से बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो गई है. ओके. एंड
Yeah.
Hecate, the queen of the witches, tells the witches to give Macbeth a false sense of security when he visit them. तो हीकेट ने वार्न किया उन तीन विचेस को कि अगर अब की बार मैकबेथ आता है तो तुम उसको एक फॉल्स होप्स दे दो, कि डोंट जस्ट टेल हिम व्हाट इज रिटन इन हिज फ्यूचर, बिकॉज इट इज डेंजरस टू नो अ पर्सन व्हाट इज रिटन इन his or her future. Okay,
Yeah, ma'am.
so here act third ended. Now act four started. Macbeth meets the witches to know his future. The witches tells Macbeth to careful of Macduff, because Macduff was a person who was just suspicious of the King Duncan's death. Okay, so the
Yeah,
witches predict that no one who is born of a woman can kill Macbeth. मतलब जो भी एक औरत के शरीर से पैदा हुआ होगा वो मैकबेथ को नहीं मार पाएगा। औरत का शरीर मतलब कि विदाउट सी सेक्शन सर्जरी, मतलब जो नॉर्मल डिलीवरी होती है ना,
yeah,
उसको
ma'am.
अगर कोई भी इंसान जो नॉर्मल डिलीवरी से पैदा हुआ होगा वो किंग डंकन को, वो मैकबेथ को नहीं मार पाएगा। तो उस टाइम पे दे वर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द कि देयर देयर आर पीपल, सी सेक्शन सर्जरी होती होती थी कि नहीं, वो उस टाइम पे लोगों को अवेयरनेस नहीं थी उतनी कि पेट काट के भी बच्चा निकाल सकते हैं। तो यहाँ पे विचेस ने ये प्रेडिक्ट किया कि कोई भी आपको नहीं पार पाएगा अगर वो इंसान नॉर्मल पैदा होगा। तो मैकबेथ फील्स लाइक एवरीबडी टेक बर्ड्स विद वुमेन्स बॉडी ओनली ना, ऐसा तो है नहीं कि कोई बिना औरत के शरीर के पैदा होगा। तो द विचेस ऑल्सो प्रेडिक्ट दैट कि मैकबेथ इज सेफ अंटिल बिरनाम वुड, here what did I mention, wait, I
Yeah,
will
ma'am.
write, बिरनाम वुड्स, विरनाम वुड्स का वहां पे जंगल था, विरनाम वुड्स मूव्स टू डनसीनैन। ये क्या है? ये मैकबेथ का कासल का नाम है, मैकबेथ कासल, कासल नेम। सो यहाँ पे विचेस ने बोला कि पहली बात तो तुम नहीं मर सकती क्योंकि कोई भी इंसान जो नॉर्मल औरत के शरीर से पैदा होगा वो तुमको नहीं मार पाएगा। दूसरा, बिरनाम वुड्स का जो जंगल था, वो जंगल के वुड्स खुद मूव करेंगे, मतलब खुद चलेंगे और आपके कैसल की तरफ आएंगे। अगर ऐसा हुआ तभी आप मरोगे। तो मैकबेथ सेंड्स मर्डरर टू, यहाँ पे मैकबेथ एकदम रिलीफ हो गया कि दोनों में से कुछ नहीं होने वाला, कि ऐसा ना तो कोई लेडी पैदा, आदमी कोई पैदा हुआ है, आदमी औरत, जो बिना किसी औरत के शरीर किया हुआ है, और ना ही जंगल खुद चल के आएगा उसके कासल के पास। ओके,
Yeah, ma'am.
so Macbeth went again back to his castle. He sent murderers to kill Macduff's, his wife, and his children. Macduff joins hands with Malcolm. Here also Macduff ran away. He went off and he joined his hand with Malcolm. Malcolm was the son of this King Duncan. Okay, remember that. Then Macduff and Malcolm, they both became friends. They both shook hand and they decided to arrange an army of 10,000 soldiers to fight against Macbeth. This was the end of Act 4. Are
Yeah,
you
ma'am.
understanding the play?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Okay, now in Act Fifth, what happened? Lady Macbeth is suffering from sleep walking. Okay, because she already killed whom? King Duncan. So now उसको वो hallucinations हो रहे थे उसको, बार बार वो
Yeah,
याद आ रहा था कि she murdered King Duncan, और King Duncan का उसको स्लीप वॉकिंग प्रॉब्लम होगी। She can see blood on her hands that water cannot wash off. She was washing her hand कि खून हट जाए, खून हट जाए, वो हट नहीं रहा था। She is seeping into madness due to her guilt. She was very guilty, and because कभी कभार हम बोलते हैं ना कि इंसान को ना, हमें कुछ जाके समवन इज कमिंग एंड हर्टिंग अस और किलिंग अस, हमें इसको कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहिए क्योंकि इंसान को अंदर पता होता है कि व्हाट दैट पर्सन इज डूइंग, तो उसका जो गिल्ट है वो उसको ज्यादा मारेगा। So don't say
yeah,
anything when you are fighting with anybody. Just keep quiet and let him or his guilt seep into him so that he will feel so guilty. Later she, क्योंकि Lady Macbeth was like so much guilty, later she kills herself before the battle began. मतलब यहाँ पे मैकडफ और मैल्कम जो प्लानिंग कर रहे थे मैकबेथ को मारने की, 10,000 सोल्जर्स के साथ आने की, तो उससे पहले ही लेडी मैकबेथ ने अपने आप को मार लिया। और दूसरे हाथ पे क्या होता है, ऑन द अदर हैंड, मैल्कम टेल्स द सोल्जर्स टू कट डाउन अ ट्री, वही ये वाला ट्री, बिरनाम वुड्स के जो ट्री थे, इनको काटो, इन इस फॉरेस्ट को काटो, एंड कैरी इट इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम, की मतलब वो एज अ शील्ड काम करेंगे, कि आप इन ट्रीज के वुड्स को काटिए, अपने सामने रखिए, और अपनी 10,000 सोल्जर्स की सेना को वो लेके जा रहा था वहां पे डूनीसीनेंस मैकबथ के कैसल में। तो हियर अगेन द विच की प्रोफेसी सच हो रही है कि बिरनाम ट्रीज चल रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनको काट दिया गया है, इंसान उसको हाथ में पकड़े हैं सोल्जर्स, और उसके उसको हाथ में पकड़ के वो कासिल की तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं। सो दिस प्रोफेसी इज ऑल्सो गेटिंग ट्रू। ओके।
मैम।
Macbeth learns that the tree of Birnam woods are walking towards this his castle. He is terrified as he recalls the prophecy of witches. Macbeth meets Macduff in the battle. फिर भी मैकबेथ ना बड़ा खुश था। ही वॉज लाइक, अच्छा ठीक है, अगर वुड्स चल भी रहे हैं तो क्या, ऐसे तो कोई आदमी पैदा ही नहीं होगा जो औरत के शरीर के बिना होगा, तो मैं नहीं मरूंगा। So when Macbeth tells Macduff that no man born of a woman can kill him, Macduff says that he was ultimately ripped off with his woman's mother's mom, मतलब ऐसे खींच के निकाला गया है, मतलब पेट काट के उसको निकाला गया है, वो औरत की वैसे नॉर्मल डिलीवरी से नहीं हो। तो ही वाज लाइक, आई वॉज नॉट born uh, what he was like, I was not born from a woman, I was ripped off, मतलब मुझे खींच के निकाला गया है। तो मैकबेथ, अब जब मैकबेथ ये वाली बात सुनते हैं कि ये नॉर्मल, इसकी नॉर्मल नहीं आया औरत के शरीर से, तो अब मैकबेथ को डर लगता है। मैकबेथ इज टेरिफाइड बट डज नॉट, पर इतना डरने के बाद भी मैकबेथ डिसाइडेड कि ही विल नॉट सरेंडर। ओके।
या मैम।
मैकडफ बीहेड्स, फाइनली क्या होता है, मैकडफ बीहेड्स मैकबेथ, वो उसका गला काट देता है। मैल्कम बिकम्स द न्यू किंग ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड। लेटर इन हिस्ट्री बैंकोस डिसेंडेंट्स, क्योंकि बैंकोस उसके दूर के रिश्तेदार थे, बैंको डिसेंडेंट्स विल बिकेम द किंग ऑफ स्कॉटलैंड। अब ये कैसे मैच कर रहा है क्वीन एलिजाबेथ और जेम्स की स्टोरी से? सेम इसी तरह किंग जेम्स जो बिलीव करते थे कि किंग जेम्स को, ये स्टोरी बड़ी सच मानी जाती है इस प्ले को, क्योंकि किंग जेम्स को ऐसा माना गया था कि वो बैंकों के कोई रिश्तेदार हैं, ठीक है, जो
या
कि एलिजाबेथन के मरने के बाद स्कॉटलैंड के राजा बने थे। सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट मैकबेथ।
या मैम।
आई विल show you what I have written. One second.
या मैम।
So these are the themes and setup. Macbeth is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare that explores ambition, power, guilt, and supernatural. Three prophecies of witches. Prophecies fulfilled हुआ. Murder of King Duncan. Then what happened? Macbeth's trinary. He became guilty. उसको उसका उसके एम्बिशन ने उसको इतना वो बना दिया था। टायरेनिकल मतलब भयंकर, मतलब एकदम, कैसे बोलूं, टायरेनिकल का मतलब होता है कि जो इमोशंस को ना समझे, सामने वाले को इंसान ना समझे, एकदम, क्या बोलते हैं हम, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग, वन सेकेंड, क्रूअल राजा बना दिया उसको, ठीक है, ही बिकेम वेरी क्रूअल किंग।
क्रूएल।
ही
या
अरेंजेस द मर्डर ऑफ बैंको के सन को भी मारने की कोशिश की उसने, फिर मैकडफ के बच्चों को भी मारने की कोशिश की। तो ये पूरी स्टोरी है, मैंने वो स्लाइड्स में लिखी है जो आपको बताइए अभी।
मैम।
और जस्ट गिव मी अ 2 minute ब्रेक, देन वी विल स्टार्ट
या मैम।
दिस वन, the arrivals, because I'm speaking from very long time. I'll have a water. Just 2 minutes.
श्योर श्योर मैम।
Tribanya, you stays in Hyderabad.
No, ma'am. I live in Gudivada, ma'am.
Gudivada. Okay. Actually, in Hyderabad, 3 days, Hyderabad literally festival is going on. It started from today onwards, but I had to take your class here tomorrow also. So I'm missing that.
Yeah.
Anyways, no problem. So if I was wondering if you are staying in Hyderabad, you should go and visit there.
Yeah, ma'am. I came to Sankranti for Hyderabad, ma'am. And I came back to Gudivada.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
I don't have to write here. Okay, now let's start with another play because we have limited class only.
Yes, ma'am.
The Rivals. It is written by Richard Sheridan. Okay, this is a writer name. This play is written in 1775, as you can see in your screen, in
Yes.
London.
Yeah.
This play is also published in 1775. That means published भी हुआ था उस टाइम पे लिखा भी गया था.
Yeah.
And ये प्ले जहाँ पे परफॉर्म होता था that area name is Convert Garden Theatre where this play used to perform. The genre of this play is comedy of manner. मतलब बहुत हंसी मजाक हो रहा है और इसकी सेटिंग है बाथ और इंग्लैंड.
Yeah, ma'am.
ओके. Then next I will show you one second. Now we'll talk about little bit about Richard Sheridan. He was born in October 30, 1751 in Dublin, Ireland. He was educated at British boarding school, as you can see in the screen. His father was an actor, mother was also successful playwright and novelist. That means अच्छे खासे पढ़े लिखे इसके parents थे. And his grandfather had been a good friend of Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift was a great writer of that time. Okay, remember that.
Yes.
Sheridan moved with his family to Bath. Uh, Bath is a place. Okay. In 1572, he falls in love with a lady called Elizabeth Lilly. She is a young and beautiful singer. Now,
Okay.
next. And he usually, where are other things which I wrote? Okay, yeah, here. Then he got a job in managing the Drury Lane Theatre. This was a theatre name in which he was doing job as a manager. And also with that, he became a member of parliament for 32 years. Then in 1808, when the Drury Lane Theatre burned down with a fire, he faced so many setbacks. उसको मतलब बहुत सारे financial problem face करने पड़े. And he was removed from parliament as well. So in the last days of his life, he had to face financial difficulties, a lot of financial difficulties, and he died on 7th July 1816, set during the Georgian era, 1714 to 1830.
Yes.
One second. Okay. And this era was named after the Hanoverian kings. Hanoverian kings इन kings के उनको बोलते हैं George 1, George 2, Georgian era भी बोलते हैं इनको. And that era was very strict with social hierarchy. Social hierarchy means class system बहुत चलता था कौन upper class है कौन middle class है. और क्योंकि अपर क्लास ही था उस टाइम पे अपर क्लास के लोगों को देखकर प्लेस को बनाया जाता था बिकॉज पीपल आर इमिटेटिंग अपर कास्ट एंड नॉट ऑल पीपल कैन इमिटेट तो देर इज अ राइज ऑफ मिडिल क्लास in Georgian era, and this play criticizes satiric social convention. This play says that this is not that much satiric, including social status and arranged marriage. So this play is attack on society, which
Okay.
says that basically this place is an attack on arranged marriages, which basically parents set up, and due to that, we see in according to them, according to this writer, due to that we see is that children are not happy with their arranged marriages thing. So
Okay.
the play started like this: in the charming setting of Bath, setting as I told you, Bath, England, during the 18th century, the Rivals is the name, by Richard Binsley Shedden unfolds a delightful tale. उसने बहुत अच्छी tale बताई of love, wit. I will write one second. He said the tale of love, wit, and comic mishaps. The story revolves around, okay, protagonist name is Captain Jack. Oh, Captain Jack Absolute is his full name. Okay. And उसका दूसरा नाम भी था, अभी बताऊंगी बाद में. So he, who is determined to win the heart of enchanting, he was fallen in love with a girl called Lydia Language. So here, this guy, Captain Jack Absolute, wants to win the heart of Lydia Anguish. However, now the complex in the story is this Lydia. She's a book lover. She usually reads a lot of book. So Lydia is a romantic at heart. She's very romantic girl, deeply infatuated. Infatuated, matlab attracted, deeply attracted with the idea of marrying a poor. She wants to marry a guy who's not rich, who should be poor, और उसके पास पैसे कम हो, who should be penniless suitor, just like the characters. क्योंकि इसने बहुत सारी novels वगैरह पढ़ी हैं, because she read a lot of novels and books. In that, she has seen that uh, poor guy came as a prince, and then a girl is fall in love with a rich girl falls in love with that poor guy, and then they live happily. So here
Mm.
she has an infatuation that she wants to marry a guy who should be poor and penniless, just like the character she adores in her beloved romantic novels. Now, however, there is a twist in the story. This person, Captain Jack Absolute, knew that Lydia. He knows because he was attracted towards Lydia, so he did his research on her. So he knew that he discovered that Lydia Language will never marry a guy who will be rich. Okay, so he
Yeah.
decided. So he decided to win her heart by changing his name and identity. He disguised himself. Here I will write fourth point. Disguise मतलब रूप बदलना. Disguise disguised himself as another character, as a character name. He changed his name. He changed his identity, and the name is Ensign Beverly. So this is a name he changed.
Mm.
To win Lydia's heart, Captain Jack devised a clever plan. What was the plan? He disguised as the persona of inside Beverly. Remember that. A lowly, a
Yeah,
lowly
ma'am.
मतलब बहुत बहुत नीचे गिरा हुआ. A lowly, penniless मतलब जिसके पास पैसे नहीं है. Soldier who could fulfill Lydia's romantic ideals. Under under this disguise, he courted his passionately. मतलब ये लीडिया से मिलता है, and then the love story started. Sweeping her off her feet with grand gestures and heartful declaration of love. He was doing everything as a romantic, um romantic actor in Lydia's story was doing. He was trying his best to win Lydia's heart. Meanwhile, on the other hand, what is going on? Sir Anthony is another character. He's a father. Sir Anthony. Anthony. H. Anthony. Absolute. He's a father of Absolute. Okay. So Sir Anthony Absolute, कैप्टन जैक के फादर थे ये, is determined, मतलब he wanted his son to marry a woman who is wealthy and has a reputation in the society. Okay. He has chosen a suitable match for Jack, मिस जूलिया. तो इन्होंने क्या किया, इन्होंने जैक के लिए एक लड़की ढूंढी जिसका नाम था जूलिया मेलीविले. ओके. अब एक
Yeah,
और ट्विस्ट. जूलिया मेलीविले, शी इज अ कजन ऑफ दिस गर्ल लीडिया. Julia is in love with another character called, where is the name of that, Falkland. This one, Falkland, Falkland. So she is in love with this guy.
yeah, ma'am.
Okay. And
Yeah, ma'am.
one more character is there. I will tell you the character first. Mrs. Malaprop. 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 Okay. She is Lydia's aunt. मतलब लीडिया जिनके घर पे रहती है. लीडिया's aunt. Okay. So Julia Melville. Julia, however, is in love with Captain Jack. Captain Jack नहीं, this this guy Faulkner. Mrs. Malaprop is Lydia's aunt and legal owner of Lydia's fortune. मतलब जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टी थी लीडिया की, उनका जो लीगल ओनर था वो मिसेस मेलाप्रॉप थी. ओके.
Yeah, ma'am.
until unless लीडिया will become a suitable to get married, मतलब जब तक लीडिया बड़ी नहीं हो जाती, एक प्रॉपर एज में नहीं आ जाती, like 21 is a proper age for any woman to get married in India. So until or unless Lydia will become 21, it's her, Mrs. Malaprop's duty to take care of Lydia. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
So she is very protective of Lydia and wants Lydia to do exactly as she desired. Here she wanted whatever she is saying, Lydia should listen. Lydia lives with her and she wants Lydia to get married with a rich man.
Mm.
Falkland, here another character, this Falkland. Falkland is a close friend of Captain Jack, the protagonist, but he's overly sensitive and prone to jealousy. मतलब ये बहुत sensitive है, jealousy इसको बहुत जल्दी हो जाती है. Falkland is a perpetually melancholic and insecure lover because he is a lover of Julia ना, बहुत जल्दी वो insecure feel करता है अगर जूलिया की कोई तारीफ कर दे या जूलिया के आसपास कोई आ जाए तो. He is in love with Julia Melville, but his constant doubt and insecurities create tension in their relationship. So here, Falkland adds a touch of melancholy to the play in a comedic tone. What exactly happens is, ultimately, Falkland's character undergoes a transformation. We will see in the play that he is improving. Okay, he's learning to overcome with his insecurities, and embrace himself as a more balanced guy who has a good and positive and optimistic perspective of love. He likes Jack. He likes Jack is a dualistic and caught between a dramatic love and the proper gentleman. Okay, leave that. That's not important. So Julia is one of the supporting character in the Richard B. Sheridan comedy, The Rival. She is a close friend of Lydia. Okay, and a cousin. Okay, and
Yeah, ma'am.
Lydia Languish is secretly in love with Falkland. Here, Lydia, she is secretly in love with this guy, Falkland.
Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am.
A close friend of Captain Jack Absolute, Julia's character serves as a contrast to more dynamic and impulsive Lydia Imbord. Okay, then there is one more character I will tell you. The character name is Sir Lucius O. Tiggers. Now, what happened exactly is this Sir Lucius Trigger, he is attracted towards Lydia. ओके. एंड
Mm.
इनकी एक वो भी थी, बताती हूँ. इनकी एक मेड थी जिस मेड का नाम था लूसी. आई विल राइट हियर. 10th, लूसी. शी इज अ मेड. In this play, you will find this Lucy is a very problematic character because she is creating problem in everybody's life. Exactly what happened is this Sir Lucius or Trigger, he started liking Lydia and he started writing a letter to this girl Lydia. But and वो the letter whatever visits to Lydia's house, तो लूसी क्या करती थी, because she's a maid, she has to receive the letter. She takes the letter and gives that letter to Mrs. Malaprop. So
Yeah,
because of those letters, Mrs. Malaprop is in love with Sir Lucius, and she is replying to Sir Lucius, and Sir Lucius is thinking that Lydia is replying. Okay, so there is a
yeah,
problem going on here. On the other hand, this okay, I'll tell you a bit about Sir Lucius. He is an Irish gentleman who seeks to court Lydia. Court Lydia means he wants to marry Lydia, languish and win her hand in marriage. He is known for his fiery temper. मतलब उसका temper बहुत बेकार था, मतलब शॉर्ट टेम्पर्ड था, impulsive in nature, बहुत जल्दी गुस्सा करता था, and somewhat misguided character which adds to the comedic elements of the play. Okay, now Lucy, the scheming maid of the Lydias, who create a great deal of the misunderstanding in the play. For instance, it is she who brings Lucius letter to Mrs. Malaprop instead to Lydia, as I told you. She
yeah,
is
ma'am.
Lydia's maid, a sneaky and cunning character. She double deals and backsteps whenever possible. मतलब she is the only person who is creating all the problem in the play.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Despite her quick witty, Lucy is not without flaws. At times she succumbs to jealousy, sometimes she's feeling jealous and pettiness, particularly in her interaction with other female character. क्योंकि ये jealous थी कि एक तो ये लो क्लास से थी, मतलब इसके पास पैसे कम थे, विद दैट वो इतनी सुंदर नहीं थी, तो पर्टिकुलरली वुमेन्स के अंदर वो जेलेसी आ जाती है ना कि हम सुंदर नहीं, हम ये नहीं है, तो दैट काइंड
Yes.
ऑफ जेलेसी came in her heart to engage in manipulation and deceit for her own amusement of gain, and मतलब she is jealous. एज द प्लॉट थिकन्स, जैसे जैसे प्लॉट आगे बढ़ता है, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स और मिस्टेक्स क्रिएट होती हैं और खत्म होती हैं, ठीक है।
Yeah, ma'am.
मिसेस मेलाप्रॉप इज लीडियास आंट, शी एडवेंटली रिवील्स लीडियास इन, फिर मिसेस मेलाप्रॉप को जब पता चलता है कि लीडिया का इन्फैक्चुएशन ये दिस पर्सन एनसाइन बेवर्ली की तरफ है, so she reveals that टू टू कैप्टन जैक फ्रेंड्स। एक और करेक्टर है, इस करेक्टर का नाम है बॉब एकर्स। Bob Akers is a Captain Jack's friend. He is also his friend. So Mrs. Malaprop tells everything to this guy. Okay, this
Yeah,
revelation set off a chain of even leading to a duet between. अब इस चक्कर में क्या होता है, बॉब एकर्स शादी करने आता है लीडिया के साथ, ठीक है। अब जब उसको पता चलता है कि दिस गाय कैप्टन जैक has some kind of relationship with Lydia. So this Bob Aker and Captain Jack decide करते हैं कि ये लोग लड़ेंगे. They will have a battle. Okay. As the layer of deception piled up, धीरे धीरे वो misunderstanding increase ही हो रही थी. Captain Jack true identity and intention were on the verge of being exposed. फिर जब उसी टाइम पे कैप्टन जैक एब्सोल्यूट के फादर सर एंथनी आते हैं and वो अपने बेटे को पहचानते हैं कि दिस इज माय सन and he is not a penniless person, he has a good fortune, he is very rich. तो धीरे धीरे सबको सबकी सच्चाई पता चलती है। द प्लॉट रीच एट द क्लाइमेक्स, यहाँ पे प्लॉट बहुत क्लाइमेक्स पे होता है। एज द ट्रायंगल्ड वेब ऑफ रिलेशनशिप थ्रेटन टू अनरेवल, सबका दिल धड़कने लगता है कि अब क्या करें, अब क्या करें। इन द मिड्स ऑफ द कियोस, अब इतना सारा बवाल क्रिएट हो जाता है, कियोस हो जाता है, एज लव एंड राइवरी कोलिडेड। अब अचानक से क्या डिसाइड होता है कि ये जो बंदा है सर लुइस, ही वाज लाइक मैं तो पीछे नहीं हटूंगा, मैं लीडिया से शादी करके रहूंगा। तो जब वो पीछे हटने के लिए मना कर देता है, और फिर बाद में हम प्ले में ही देखते हैं कि ही नोटिसेस दैट हाउ मच लीडिया एंड कैप्टन जैक लव्स ईच अदर, तो ही डिसाइडेड नॉट टू मैरी टू लीडिया एंड ही टेक्स हिज हैंड्स बैक, वो अपना हाथ पीछे रख लेता है और लीडिया और कैप्टन जैक को अपना आशीर्वाद देता है और उनको बोलता है कि तुम दोनों साथ में रहो। यहाँ पे जूलिया और फॉकलैंड की भी शादी हो जाती है। मतलब बेसिकली कॉमेडी ऑफ मैनर ऐसा प्ले होता है कि जिसमें बहुत सारी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स होने के बावजूद भी जो एंडिंग होती है वो बहुत अच्छी होती है। सो एट दिस
yeah.
ऐसे करके वो एंडिंग हो जाती है प्ले की। सब कुछ सही हो जाता है बहुत सारी मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स होने के बाद। इन द एंड एक लाइन होती है, लव कॉन्गर्ड ऑल, मतलब लव ने सब कुछ जीत लिया। कैप्टन जैक एंड लीडिया फाउंड देयर वे बैक टू ईच अदर, वो लोग मिल जाते हैं, एम्ब्रेसिंग द रियलिटीज ऑफ द लाइफ while cherishing their affection. And for Sir Anthony, he relented। सर एंथनी भी क्या करता है कि वो बोलता है कि ही रियलाइज दैट कि जो उसके बच्चे की सोच चॉइस है, मतलब हिज सन्स चॉइस इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर हिम देन दी सोसाइटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस। तो इस क्योंकि ये उस टाइम का प्ले था व्हेन दे वर लाइक टारगेटिंग सोसाइटी नॉट टू गो फॉर अरेंज मैरिजेस। सो दैट, सी इफ you remember the era, you
Yes,
will
ma'am.
remember why the playwright or write these kind of play. So that time the era was attacking arranged marriages. So that's why they are showing the play which is based on love marriage. So इसमें यही होता है कि लास्ट में कैप्टन जैक के जो फादर होते हैं सर एंथनी, he chooses his son's choice over societal expectations. So
Mm,
in that way the play ends. And this is done for today's class. We
yeah,
covered both
yeah,
dramas. And
yeah.
tomorrow also I will cover two more dramas. In that way, we will finish with time all the dramas. I hope you are understanding whatever I am saying.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, then, shall we end the class?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.